Good morning. We are here for part 2 of soaking and sprouting our greens and our legumes, so our beans and our lentils. So yesterday we soaked our lentil and seed mix just in some filtered water with some apple cider vinegar or another acidic medium. And today all we have to do is rinse them really well and then decide if we're going to cook them or if we are going to sprout them. And we're gonna sprout them today. So all you have to do is take your sieve, rinse really well. With water. And then put them, whatever it is, if it's your grains or your legumes, just place them in a jar. It's really important when you're sprouting that you are using as sterile container as you can. So something that's been washed really well with hot water would be wonderful. So sorry you can see that, but all I've done is transferred my lentils and seeds that have been soaked into my soaking jar. It can be any mason jar. And then you can cover it if you have this special lid. Wonderful. Most of us do not. You can just use maybe a piece of cheesecloth. I'll show you that here. So this cheesecloth I don't use very often. I use it for soaking and sprouting, and I use it for making nut milks. That's about it. So what you want to do is fill your jar with water to cover maybe twice the volume of the whole foods that you're soaking. I'm going to do that. And then basically you just store it in a dry, cool place. Somewhere, so you don't put it on the windowsill, but somewhere in the shade in your kitchen. And you need to rinse it often, like 2 to 4 times a day if you can, just so to keep it clean, right? We don't want any mold. So this is sitting at room temperature. It is prone to mold. If you see any mold, it's time to throw it out and start a new batch. This we're gonna leave for 3 to 5 days. So depending on what you're soaking, you need to sprout it for a little bit longer, some of the grains. Same with soaking. Some grains you only need to soak for 2 hours, and some grains you need to soak for 24 hours, like chickpeas, for example. You need to soak for quite a long time before you cook them. So I have a resource on my Facebook page that has all the soaking times and sprouting times for all the grains and legumes and raw nuts and seeds. This we're gonna leave for 3 to 5 days, so I will follow up. I'll do another live Facebook post, probably today's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, over the weekend, but you can catch up anytime. You can just follow up my Facebook at personalnutrition.ca and you'll be able to, the video is always there, even if you don't catch me live. So then you'll rinse it several times throughout the day. So let's say a couple hours has gone by and I want to rinse these even more. I just add some fresh water, cool water. Make sure, sorry, you can't even see me. Make sure that it's as dry as you possibly can. And then we just store it upside down. You can see the water still coming out. So if you store it upside down, hopefully you can see this, then the water will just drain out of it so that you have some fairly dry legumes and seeds here. So I will come back here probably in 6 or 8 hours and rinse it again, and before I go to bed I'll do it again. And then in a couple days you'll start to see some of the little tails start to grow when these sprout. And then you can decide how long you want to sprout them for. If you want the tails really long, you can sprout them for a little bit longer. And then once they're ready, just rinse them again one last time and then store them covered in your fridge. So you can put your regular mason jar on and just store it in your fridge until you're ready to use it. And then those sprouts you can cook with them. So you could make brown rice that's sprouted, so you're getting a lot more nutrients. You can cook those or cook the legumes in a soup or a stew, or you can use the sprouts on your salads. I will throw them in my smoothie sometimes for just extra nutritional value. So lots of different uses. I really like sprouts in my stir fries. Pea sprouts are probably my favorite, and some sprouts are easier to grow than others, so you know, experiment, try a few different ones. Try your favorite ones first, right? Go to the grocery store, decide what's my favorite sprout. Is it pea sprouts or bean sprouts or alfalfa sprouts or broccoli sprouts? And then try growing your own if you're interested. I think that's it for today. Again, store it in a cool place. Remember to rinse it well, and when you're done your sprouting, it goes and gets stored in the refrigerator covered. And I will check back in with you in a few days just to quickly show you what my sprouts look like. Hopefully they turned out, hopefully they sprout. Okay, talk soon. Bye.